amigos! Today we are going to talk about vacations, traveling. Interesting, no? So when we think of vacations, what all do we think about? First, we choose a place, then think how to reach there in a train or take a flight, buy tickets or just take the car and go. Make hotel reservations, then try local cuisine and definitely do a lot of sightseeing. Also, we find out the information that we can about the place we are going to visit. This information can be through friends and families, or nowadays it can be searched online too. If we want our journey and the stay to be planned by someone, we would of course approach a travel agency. Now let's choose a place first. Let's talk about the vacation. Se acaba el colegio. Estás de vacaciones. ¿Qué vas a hacer? The school is over. You are on a vacation. What are you going to do now? Si decides quedarte en la ciudad, that means if you decide to stay in the city, puedes visitar los museos. What you can do, you can visit a museum. Ir al parque means go to a park. Un jardín botánico, go to a botanical garden. That is also interesting, right? Ir al zoo con muchos animales. Go to the zoo where you will see a lot of animals. O si te gusta pasear, puedes organizar salidas con tus amigos o asistir a un concierto. Concierto de Enrique Iglesias. To go to a concert of Enrique Iglesias. También puedes inscribirte a un cursillo de pintura, de acuarela o música o karate. Also, you can get enrolled in a course of water painting or music or karate. Si vas a la costa. Costa, that is if you decide, if you want to go to the coast. En las playas, ¿qué puedes hacer? What can you do on the beaches? Puedes bañarte. You can take a bath. Practicar muchos deportes. That means to play a lot of sports. You can play a lot of sports on the beach, right? Jugar al baloncesto o dar un paseo, to play basketball or to take a walk. Then, hacer windsurf. I think that is easy to understand. To do windsurfing. Parapente. That means paragliding. Nadar, swimming. O simplemente caminar junto al mar. Means simply walking along the beach. Puedes ver delfines o conocer el fondo del océano. Another thing that you can do is see dolphins or get to know the ocean, the base of the ocean, the floor of the ocean. Luego, puedes mirar puesta del sol o salida del sol. You can also sit comfortably and look at the sunrise or the sunset. Y también puedes hacer muchos nuevos amigos. So another thing that you can do is make a lot of friends there. Now, if si vas a la montaña o al campo, that is, supposing you decide to go to the mountains or to the fields, what all can you do? The activities are going to be different. What can you do? Puedes pasear. You can go for a walk in the fields. Organizar excursiones para descubrir la naturaleza. You can plan or organize excursions to discover the nature. You like being close to the nature, right? Then you can take photos. How to say to take photos? Puedes sacar fotos. Puedes tomar fotos. O dibujar o pintar. You can also draw or paint there at leisure. So once you have decided on the place, now let us see how to reach there. Alright, so let us move on with the plan. When we talk about going to that place, we want to know how to say means of transport in Spanish. Medios de transporte. So if you want to go by aeroplane, we say por avión. By bus, por autobús. In taxi, en taxi. By boat or by cruise, we say por barco o por crucero. By train or by metro, en tren o en metro. So we go to the travel agency to see what all we can do here. We can make the reservations for our travel and they can give us plans that may suit us. So for which we go there and there are certain activities, predefined activities related with the questions that you want to ask. Solicitar mapas, información sobre descuentos turísticos y otros folletos informáticos. So, request maps, information on tourist discounts and other information leaflets. Now, another important step is to see if your passport is up to date, because without a passport you will not be able to get the visa. So, poner su pasaporte al día y conseguir una visa. Then, the next step would be preparar un presupuesto de viaje, sin olvidar cierta cantidad para gastos imprevistos. Another important step, you need to prepare a budget for the travel, and with that, one should never forget the unforeseen expenditure that you may incur while traveling. Consultar las guías turísticas, discutir el costo y hacer un itinerario del viaje. That means consult tour guides, discuss the cost and make a travel itinerary. Comprar los pasajes de avión y reservar un hotel con unas semanas de anticipación. So here what are we doing? Comprar los pasajes de avión, to buy flight tickets y reservar un hotel con unas semanas de anticipación. Book hotel rooms with a few weeks in advance. En el banco. What do we do in the bank when we are traveling abroad? Cambiar dinero y comprar cheques de viajero. That is, to exchange money with the new currency and buy travelers' checks to be safe while traveling. Luego, ¿qué hacemos? And then, what do we do? Comprar una cámara, gafas de sol, equipaje, si ya no lo tenemos. That is, to buy a camera, sunglasses, suitcase if we already don't have them. Then, after that, after we have everything ready, finally, what do? Pack the bags. So, how do we say that? Hacer las maletas y ya estás listo para viajar. Pack your bags and now you are ready to travel. ¿Qué necesita para el viaje? What would you carry with you in the bag? There are few more things which you will need when you travel abroad or to any other place. One of them is adaptador eléctrico de voltaje, that is, electrical voltage adapter. Licencia internacional de conducir. If you want to drive a car there, then you will also need an international driver's license. Libreta de direcciones, that is, your address book. Then we will also need mapas, that is, maps. Diccionario de frases útiles. If you go abroad, what else will you need to talk to the people? some sentences, some useful phrases to be able to communicate with local people. So, a dictionary of useful phrases. Ropa apropiada, that means proper clothing. We talk about proper clothing because when you go to a place, you see if it is cold or if it is rainy, and accordingly you have to carry proper clothing for that. Then you may also need navaja, crema de afeitar, that is penknife, shaving cream, secador de pelo, that means a hair dryer, cepillo de dientes y pasta dental, toothbrush and also the toothpaste, jabón, shampoo, what does it mean? Soap, shampoo, medicinas de receta y copias de las recetas, prescription drugs that you may need, that you think you may need, and copies of those prescriptions to be able to get or procure medicines. Curitas adhesivas para cortadas, heridas, etc. Adhesive bandages for cuts or wounds in case you may need them. And then one more important thing, insect repellent. How to say that? Repelente de insectos. Luego, cosméticos si necesitas, cosmetics if you need them, pocos y en envases plásticos, very little and in plastic containers. Costurero de emergencia, another thing that you might need is emergency sewing kit. Entonces, ¿a dónde ir de viaje? So, where to go for the trip? De vacaciones, on vacations. Now, let's look at the conversation. Felipe, qué bien, ya llegan las vacaciones. It's so good, holidays are here. Lucas, ah, sí. ¿Tú qué vas a hacer en estas vacaciones? Oh, yeah, what are you going to do in these vacations? Felipe, yo voy a pasar el verano en las montañas con unos amigos. Nosotros vamos a hacer senderismo y caminamos todos los días. I'm going to spend the summer with few friends in the mountains. We'll go hiking and we'll walk every day. And you? Lucas, pues yo también voy a la montaña para conocer sitios preciosos. Hago muchas excursiones con mi hermano y mis primos. Este año voy a ir a un campamento de verano. Well, I too will go to the mountains to see the beautiful places. I will go on many trips with my brother and my cousins. This year, I am going to a summer camp. Felipe, qué suerte! How lucky! Pásalo bien. Have a good time. When we want to say, tell someone to have a good time, we use the phrase pásalo bien. Now, let us go to the travel agency. At the travel agency, Juan and Marta van a la agencia de viajes para hacer reservaciones para un viaje. Juan and Marta go to the travel agency to make reservations for a trip. Anita, Juan, Marta, qué sorpresa verlos en la agencia. Juan, Marta, what a surprise to see you at the agency. Juan, estamos de vacaciones, queremos hacer reservaciones para nuestro viaje. Deseamos pasear un rato en la selva. Lo queremos hacer en el Amazonas por una semana. We want to make reservations for our trip. We are on a vacation. We want to spend some time in the jungle. We want to do that in the Amazon for a week. Anita, vale, la compañía peruana tiene una rebaja muy buena. ¿Prefieren un camarote interior o con vista al río? The Peruvian company has a very good discount. Do you prefer an interior cabin or a river view? Juan, lo preferimos interior porque es más barato. We prefer interior because it is cheaper. Anita: tengo un viaje perfecto para ustedes. El precio es de $2,000 por una persona, que incluye el pasaje de avión, el transporte al aeropuerto, el camarote y todas las comidas. ¿Quieren ver el folleto? I have a perfect trip for you. The charges are $2,000 per person. This includes the airfare, transportation to and from the airport, the stay, and all the meals. Do you want to see the brochure? Marta: sí, ¿cuál es el itinerario? Yes, what is the itinerary? Anita: lo tengo en este folleto, miren. El viaje dura 10 días. Van a volar a Iquitos, los recogen en el aeropuerto y los transportan al muelle para embarcarse. El barco se llama la Reina de Amazonas y los lleva al centro turístico. En la selva, los llevan en el barco por la noche para ver caimanes y la vida nocturna de Amazonas. Allí ustedes también van a ver algunas tribus. I have it in this leaflet. Look, the trip lasts 10 days. They are going to fly to Iquitos. You will be picked up at the airport and transported to the dock to board. The boat is called the Queen of Amazonas and takes you to the tourist center in the jungle. They take you on the boat at night to see the alligators and the nightlife of Amazon. There you will also get to see some tribes. Marta: nos gusta este plan de viaje, lo tomamos. Por favor, Anita, ¿puedes hacer reservaciones para el 5 de mayo? Now what Marta is saying, we like it, we will take it. Anita, please make reservations for May 5th. Anita says, con mucho gusto, y las hago hoy mismo, y los llamo en cuanto las confirme la compañía peruana. What is she saying? She's saying, with pleasure. I will do the reservation today itself, and I will call you as soon as the Peruvian company confirms them. All right. So now we will need a few more expressions in our vocabulary to get our way around when we are on vacations. So when we go there, we need to talk in Spanish. How do we say 1 month in advance? Con un mes de anticipación. How to say 2 days before leaving? 2 días antes de salir. After arriving. Después de llegar. Never. Nunca. Once or several times, how do we say? Una vez o varias veces. How do we say book hotel room? Reservar la habitación del hotel. How to say spend the whole day at the hotel? Pasar el día entero en el hotel. How to say take a taxi or bus? Tomar un taxi o autobús. How to call the room service? Llamar al servicio de habitación. How to call for laundry? Lavar la ropa. Read the newspaper? Leer el periódico. To watch the TV in the hotel? Ver la televisión en el hotel. Now finally, to pay the bill, what would you say? Pagar la cuenta. Now these verbs have been given in infinite and you will have to conjugate them when you talk. Now, before you go away on vacation, how would you leave your house or apartment? You need to prepare the house for leaving it for a few days. Like if you have plants, if you have pets, or you're expecting some mail, you need to do some preparation. So what all those preparations are? What all preparations do come to your mind? So let's talk about how to leave your house. ¿Cómo dejar su casa o apartamento en orden? How to leave your house or apartment in order. Varios consejos que toda persona organizada debe seguir antes de salir de viaje. There are some tips that every person who's organized should follow before going on a trip. So, what all we need to do? Notificarle a su vecino acerca de su futuro viaje y dejarle una llave de casa si quieres. Así su vecino puede recogerle el correo, comprobar que todo está bien y regar las plantas. So what have we mentioned here? You need to notify your neighbor about your future trip. Notificar al vecino. And leave them a key to the house if you want. Dejar la llave si quieres. That is if you want. So that your neighbor can pick up the mail, check that everything is fine and water the plants. Then, what else do we need to do? Sacar del frigorífico los alimentos que se pueden echar a perder. That means to take out from the refrigerator any food that may go bad when you are away. Mientras usted está fuera de la casa, that means when you are away from the house. Then, pagar sus cuentas por anticipado, especialmente el teléfono, la electricidad y el alquiler. So, pay your bills in advance, especially the telephone, electricity and the rent before leaving. There are a lot of things, right? Another thing that you need to do is desconectar los aparatos eléctricos. Don't forget that. Disconnect all the electrical appliances. Now that all the preliminaries have been taken care of, it's time to say buen viaje, happy journey. Adiós, nos vemos luego.